Hi, I'm Michael Cardillo, and normally I spend all day in Pro Tools, but today I'm going to create a project in Adobe Premiere with a focus on audio tracks. My intention is to set up a mix and a mix minus, and then later show how easy it is to change that setup for outputting audio splits. So we go to New Project, we're going to Michael Mix Minus Template, and I'm going to make a new sequence. In the new sequence, I'm just looking at audio tracks. You go to Tracks, Master, Stereo is fine if you're going to do a stereo mix, but in our case, we need to go multi-channel. Multi-channel, I'm going to say 4 channels because I need 2 channels for the stereo mix and 2 channels for the mix minus. I need to change these to mono because, as you see, if I go VO1, VO2, whatever, if I change this after I name the track, then it changes it back. Mono. Let me set this last one to mono so I can click more, and they'll come up mono. Really important to name your tracks. It keeps you organized. They also do translate into the OMF if you are sending this to audio post, so it's a really good idea to just do that. And then I'm going to add a submix called sub VO, sub. The name of my sequence, I'm going to call this mix minus. Multi-channel 4s, got my names, got my track types, I've got everything ready. Okay. Now once you've created your sequence with the submixes, you're going to want to route all of your audio tracks to those submixes and route the submixes to your mix and your mix minus. You want to think about audio backwards, think about where you're going. You're going to 2 stereo mixes, a stereo mix and a stereo mix minus. The best thing to feed the stereo mix and the mix minus are the stereo subs. Now you can feed those stereo subs with mono and stereo tracks, or in Premiere they're called standard tracks because you can put mono or stereo content on them. Right now everything's just going to 1 and 2. Well, I want my effects and my music, also called music and effects, M&E. So if there's an M&E mix, many times that's the same as a mix minus. So the effects are going to go to 1 and 2, which is the full mix, and 3 and 4, which is the mix minus. And we'll do the same thing here with the music. So now we're done with our mix minus. Let me save. I'm going to duplicate this sequence. We'll call it splits. If you're asked to make splits, you should never assume that you know what they're asking for. You're not expected to. They could be anything. They could be mono, they could be stereo, they could be mixed splits, unduct splits. They could expect to take all of your splits, stack them on top of each other, and they have a mix. They could expect to take your splits and remix them. You could have ducking or automation on your music whenever the voice comes in. They might want that, they might not want that. You need to get all of this stuff defined in advance so that you can give the right kinds of splits.